say, why are there very few realized souls? Correct? I'll tell you a story. A dog goes into a room hall full of mirrors. Understand? It does not know there are mirrors. It starts multiple images and starts barking. Ultimately, it dies. It doesn't know it's my own image I'm seeing. Understand? The world, what you're seeing, is nothing but your own image. Everything in the world is nothing but your image. How? When you go to dream, you got into a train full of people. Then you got down, you went into the forest, you saw a tiger chasing you. What you realize, the tiger, the people are nothing but images created by your own consciousness. They are nothing but you only appearing in that form. Are you clear? Isn't it? So those images are nothing but your own images coming in that form in the dream state.
Images coming from me, not my images from me. Those dream characters are something that my mind has come up with those images.
Correct. But that's your own projection appearing like that, right? Okay. Hasn't it? Ultimately, there's nothing else.
Yeah.
There's nobody. Yeah. There's no tiger.
There's no
correct? That's exactly happening in the waking state. What you are seeing in the world is images. But you don't understand its images and you are barking like dog barks. Right? Understand? You don't see the person as the image projected by the mind. And what is there is only self all the time. Correct? So now, in our ignorance, our mind maturity has not come to a level where we are not able to recognize the self in all. Right? So Buddha got enlightened. Then somebody asked Buddha, after you got enlightened, what happened to you? He said, when I got enlightened, I realized everybody in the world is enlightened. He is seeing his image of enlightenment everywhere. So your question is, very few people are enlightened. Why? Because you are seeing that image of not enlightened. Are you getting what I'm saying? Right. Understand? You are seeing the image of not enlightened because internally you are not enlightened, and outside you see that image itself. It's rare. So Buddha got enlightened. He says everybody in the world is enlightened. Okay. A Gnani sees himself in everybody. So Gnani sees only everybody as enlightened. Gnani doesn't see unenlightened. Because his image is enlightened. Right. Understand? Yeah. So that's the extreme case. But now if I say I'm not seeing, I'm very few people in the enlightened, that question is coming. Okay. It's only telling the state of your mind, not about the state of the world. From Gnani's point of view, all beings are enlightened. Then people ask Buddha, if everybody is enlightened, why do you teach? So I'm awakened Buddha. So when people are coming, they appear to be sleeping Buddha. I am trying to awaken them. So from Gnani's point of view, entire world is self only. Right? He doesn't see anything other than self. So that means everybody is awakened in that perspective. And he will teach because people come and see transaction. Somebody comes and I am suffering, he will try to teach something. Teach. Okay. Otherwise, the world, the whole concept of enlightened, not enlightened, or liberated is our ignorance which is getting projected from the world, not the other way. The world, something is something real. World is nothing but our images projected on the world. Correct? Are you clear? Yeah. Now here are the challenges. So, without I getting an enlightened master, right, I will not be liberated. Because there's a guidance of enlightened master required. Absolutely required. Absolutely required. Except for a rare source. Except for very rare gifted beings like Ramana Maharshi. Other people require a master. I'll tell you why. Understand? See, enlightenment means I can be liberated. I am free. Right? Now, that clarity doesn't come to us. But if I am able to see a person, some person, whether it's enlightened or not enlightened, recognize that this person is liberated, that means I am seeing my image in a mirror, which is enlightened. Are you getting what I'm saying? The world is nothing but my image. If you are able to see enlightenment in somebody, that means your mind has gone to a maturity where you are able to see an image of enlightened being there.
Right.
Others will not see.
Yeah.
Are you getting what I'm saying?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, you are standing in front of a mirror and saying, this image is beautiful. That means you are seeing yourself. So when you see enlightened being, you have come to a level of appreciation that there's enlightened being possible. Otherwise, people will not accept enlightenment. Are you clear? Your mind has raised to such a maturity. Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What you see depends on your state of mind. So then what happens? Then something happens there. So you are seeing a human being and you see this person is enlightened. At least you have come to that level of maturity to recognize enlightened somebody. Then you respect that person. Now what has happened to you? You are respecting a person who is enlightened. That means you accept that as a human being, somebody can be enlightened. Otherwise, you are a concept that he is an ordinary human being.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
You see ordinariness. Our vision, our mental projection is, oh, this is an ordinary guy. So the moment you are able to see somebody is enlightened, that means your mind has raised to that level that I can see something enlightened, right? That means your maturity has gone up. Then only you see that. Others you will not see. Correct? That's why it said, when you are ready, master will appear in your life. You cannot find a master. When you are ready, master will appear. When you are ready means you are able to recognize, oh, this person, this master has a
capability to
higher wisdom. Correct? So that means you have risen to that level. If that is, if you have not done that, if you are not risen, you'll even that the person who is sitting in front of you, maybe the God, Brahman, you cannot recognize.
Yeah.
Understand? That means our level of maturity has to rise. First. Then second thing is when you recognize, you see the glory or magnificence of that person, and the person will be nothing. There will be no harm, no light. He'll be a simple person, but you see the simplicity, some beauty. You surrender to that person. Is surrender easy for ego? Huh? It's almost impossible. Understand? Right? To treat another human being as better than me is hurts you. You'll never be able to accept it. Always our ego says, looks at a person. Somewhere I am better. To surrender to a enlightened being, you have come to a level, oh, somebody can be human being, but still divine inside. So that itself is a breakthrough in the ego. Understand? So now what has happened? One is you are able to recognize some wisdom. Second thing is your ego you are able to surrender. Please understand, no human being can respect another human being. Even the respect is given only for official purpose. Boss or something. Otherwise, always you see a human being as another man like me only. Right?
Yeah.
So now in that person, if you are able to see something higher, then already you are raised now. And if you are able to surrender, that means your ego is already gone. That's where the beginning happens. Understand? That's where the master is required. Now the master has to have certain qualities, otherwise it won't happen. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. He should be Shrotriya. That means he is well versed in teaching. And he should be himself established in Brahmanishta. Then such a person when you meet, it's called Guru. Then the liberation happens. If it doesn't happen, liberation doesn't happen by itself. Unless because of past life karma or because of level of maturity has already attained.
Then that is predetermined, right? Time of
Everything is created. Everything is created. In that sense. Right?
Like whether it's this birth or next lifetime.
See, this concept of birth, next birth and all is still a mental projection. My time is not a reality.
Yeah.
Time is, there's nothing called time. That's also appearance. These are all explanations given for a person who is thinking in terms of time.
Right.
So without a master, enlightenment can happen? In my opinion, no. Except in case of very evolved souls.